Good day. My name is Jaykumar. I am a marine workshop instructor. I help the students in understanding the dismantling and assembling of the exhaust valve. The equipment which we see here is the exhaust valve which is fitted on the two-stroke crosshead type engine. Here is Mr. Kishore, also an instructor, who will be assisting us in assembling and disassembling the valve.
I am Kishore. I am a marine workshop instructor. I am here to assist while assembling the exhaust valve.
In an IC engine, exhaust valve is the most important part, through which the combustion products are being driven out. This exhaust valve is normally operated by a rock ram or a hydraulic actuator system. And the present one is a hydraulic actuating one. Let us see the assembly part of this assembly has got a intermediate cylinder and the hydraulic cylinder. And there will be a hydraulic liner and a piston and a cover plate. The valve is kept in a closed position with a multiple spring of two different types. This is mainly to avoid the resonance happening due to the movement of the spring, and as well as in case of one spring failure, the valve will not left open. And let us see the assembly of the exhaust valve. First, the intermediate liner is lifted and put in place. In the half assembled valve, the liner, intermediate liner is being inserted, and it has to sit in the proper place. This liner space is provided for accumulating the oil which is being leaked through the hydraulic cylinder, and there is a drain provided to drain it off regularly. And the liner is kept in place, and normally it is lifted using the chain block and then fit in place. Now the top hydraulic cylinder is being assembled. Now the hydraulic unit is being assembled. The hydraulic unit liner is being inserted in place, and the piston is inserted inside the liner. It is supposed to be the close fit, and after inserting the piston, the end cover is put in place and it has to be tightened to the required torque. The bolts have to be locked. The locking plates are provided for locking it. The end cover is being tightened. It has to be tightened evenly to avoid the undue torque on the bolt. The bolts have to be tightened to the required amount of torque. This torque varies from unit to unit, that is, make to make. Each maker has got their own specification, and depending upon the size of the bolt and the size of the liner, this bolt torque will vary. It has to be tightened in the sequence so that there is no undue loading on the bolts. The bolts are tightened. Now the lock plate is made. After the locking arrangement, the lifting gear is being fitted to the hydraulic unit for putting it in place. The lifting of the unit is done with the chain block, and preferably a rope sling or a tape sling to be used, not the wire sling. Now the hydraulic unit is being lifted and being fitted in place. The hydraulic unit is being lifted, and care must be taken to keep it in the correct position so that the hydraulic pipeline can be fitted in place. The alignment of the hydraulic high pressure line is more important, otherwise it may result in the leakage of hydraulic oil. That means the crankcase oil. The hydraulic unit is being lowered in place. Now, after placing the hydraulic unit in place, the fasteners have to be put and it has to be tightened to the required torque as specified in the manual. The extended sleeves are fitted on the studs where the springs are going to be fitted. The spring carrier plate is being fitted in place. And along with the spring carrier plate, this intermediate liner, the hydraulic unit, all are tightened. The studs for the springs are being placed. Care must be taken. The springs have to be aligned in the order that the adjacent ones should not be the same. It should be of different type. You can see the springs. One is on the left hand type, the other one is the right hand type. This is mainly to avoid the resonance which is being developed during the operation. The top spring carrier plate is being put in place. The top spring carrier plate is lifted. After fitting the top spring plate, the nuts will be tightened and the center cap nut, center plate with the cap nut will be put in place. The top spring plate will be kept in place with the inner studs also. The outer one will come into the play once it is tightened, kept in place. the center 4 bolts of the hydraulic unit studs are being tightened now. While tightening that nut, the spring is being loaded. Care must be taken to tighten it evenly. An uneven tightness, the spring may jump out from the place. All 4 to be tightened in a proper manner. All 4 nuts to be tightened in proper manner. This plate will be tightened. The spring is loaded till it touches the sleeve of the stud. You can see the top view of the top spring plate. That has to be tightened to the required torque till the spring. The top spring plate will be tightened in an even way till it touches that sleeve, which you can see now. The springs will be fully compressed then. This is the exhaust valve which is being operated manually using the rocker arm and the push rod. The camshaft driven the push rod will move and operate the rocker arm. With that, the spring is pressurized and the valve will open. It is in lieu of hydraulic, this mechanical operation is used. And this is nowadays most of the ships are having only the hydraulic, not the mechanical. This is only for the academic purpose it is being shown.